Joakim Noah is checked in for Dunleavy.
Joakim Noah.
Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Moniunas with the steal. Inside. And Harden with the stuff.
And all of a sudden, you can see the confidence overflowing offensively.
Getting everything to drop and at an ideal time. I mean, they're poised for a terrific crunch time run here.
Here's Houston now. It's been 8 unanswered points for him. Howard. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Gasol's got his 3rd rebound on the night.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority. That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half. Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And there's the foul against Houston. The Bulls shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here. First free throw is good. For a franchise that had so much success under his tenure, there was sure a lot of friction with Tom Thibodeau, and the Bulls front office surprised a lot of people, I know, including yourself.
Yeah, you know, it's not something that you see often, a winning coach at odds with his GM and president. With how often their differences came up, though, you knew something was afoot.
James Harden.
Good. And that's 15 points for James Harden.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, and usually when a team goes on a run like this, it's because they are getting too many opportunities on the inside. Make them beat you from deep. And with Thibs, he did end up getting fired from the Bulls this past season. Some saw it coming, but still, I think surprising given the level of success he had. His imprint is all over this Bulls team in the way they approach the game.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Portis, he's checked in for Gasol. And Justin Holiday subbed in for Taj Gibson. Chicago making some changes. Mirotic is checked in for Noah. McDermott comes in for Jimmy Butler. And Brooks subbed in for Derrick Rose.
And when you look at how Thibs got fired, I mean, there are a lot of reasons why a coach can be let go. I mean, he didn't have any performance issues, but apparently clashed in some form or fashion with the front office. Sometimes that's all it takes to be asked to go somewhere else.
Here's Beasley, the rim-rattling two-handed jam.
And he's been the catalyst all game long. Love how he's distributing the basketball.
No doubt about it, Greg. I mean, when the offense runs through him, it's really smooth.
And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
For the Rockets, Capella's checked in, and it's Brewer in for James Harden. Brooks misses. And it's Houston's ball. They're on a 19-3 run. And it's Beasley finishing it off.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
And he gets the bucket.
That's the way to work the ball in close to the hoop, guys.
Here's Capella. Boom, he jams it straight down.
The shooting percentage continues to elevate here in the second half.
Well, as a group, they've been harmonic since the break. In sync. Good team basketball resulting in high-quality shots.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. And it's Beasley finishing it off.
Rock hard finish there, guys.
And only one hand needed for that one.
Yeah, and sometimes that's all you need.
Again, Holiday missing.
The defense there got away with a that athletic capacity there. What an incredible run they're on right now. Offense as well as I've ever seen it played.
Every single guy on their team with the absolute Midas magic touch, shooting the lights out here.
That's good. Brooks has got 5.
You know, huge height advantage there.
The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. The Rockets on top, running away with it. From the United Center in Chicago, back in a moment. Welcome back. 4th quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. We've got Brooks. Portis is out there with Noah. Then there's E'Twaun Moore. And it's Holiday in a small field. Look at that! He has a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
Yeah,
wow.
that could very well be a contender for Dunk of the Year and perhaps might make its way all over the internet.
I tell you what, that is the crowd pleaser of all crowd pleasers. And guys, got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
And it's Beasley finishing it off.
Heads up play there, guys, on the assist and the finish.
4th quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. And Brooks, here we go. And the rebound goes to Jason Terry. Terry's got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. They're really pushing them around. Straight bully ball.
And the Bulls making a change here. Gibson's checked in. Out of bounds, Bulls ball as Chicago keeps possession.
And you know what? Just a little too much heat on that pass for him to come up with the steal.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, that was going to be a tough catch for either one of them.
Rose, he's checked in for the Bulls. To end the run. Offensive rebound. And finished off by Noah.
And the defense out of position on that possession, which allowed for him to get that offensive board.
Well said. Yes, he did. You're right, Greg. That's a tremendous jam on the putback.
What a great nose for the basketball he has, and such a strong finisher as well.
They get a hand on it. Second minute off the clock now in the 4th. And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Monty Eunice is checked in for Michael Beasley. There's the dish to Noah. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession.
Man, I don't know what happened right there. He just basically walked out of bounds.
Rockets have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the 4th. A pretty nice efficiency there. Another miss by Houston. The Bulls have gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the 4th. A lot of misses, just the one make. That one goes. Count it. Houston in total control. Here's Brewer. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And doing some dirty work on the offensive glass.
And then fouls it up, Greg, with heavy-duty jam on his mind with a terrific putback.
Got a pigeon on that one. Easy money right there, fellas. Going old school on you young fellas. Look that up, pigeon.
And so they foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
McDermott's checked in for Noah.
Well, he's an undersized center, but he more than makes up for it with some serious leaping ability.
Rose attacking. The stupendous finish in traffic.
Even though there's a height disadvantage, he's still able to go up and over his man.
Well, he's fearless. I mean, there's nothing that concerns him. No matter what the matchup is, he's a guy that doesn't back down. He's beyond being intimidated.
At the line for the Bulls.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Rockets.
Boy, their passing has been picturesque, a thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
And they've also worked hard to get the ball inside. They haven't just settled, and they've hit a lot of high percentage shots in this game.
Portis, he's checked in for Chicago. Mirotic comes in for Justin Holiday.
And the Rockets have lost out on some free agent wars the past few years. They have remained competitive, but you wonder what could have been if they landed or kept some of those big names.
And with the Rockets, it's no secret that they take a very analytical approach to team building. Greg, you and I have talked about that. And Clark, you wonder if that hurts them in free agency.
Well, when your front office makes no qualms about viewing players as simply just assets, it can be a hard sell to a free agent. Guys, one of the things that is always going to keep you competitive against the West is a good defense. It's one reason why the Bulls tend to be a tougher matchup for teams from the West, because they do D up.
Portis. And he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
I tell you what, you got to love his aggressiveness finishing inside like that.
Well, his leaping ability, Clark, gives him a great advantage.
And that's why they look to get him the ball around the rim. It's either a dunk or free throws every time. Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Houston.
Agreed, Steve, and as one-sided as it gets today, Clark, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
You're right, Kevin. It's hard to think of anything that didn't go right for them. I mean, game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was spot on.
And beyond the actual result of this game, fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for Harden. Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
Bulls had a good year against the West last season, 17 up, 13 down against the Western Conference.
Yeah, and how about playing 500 or better against every division in the Western Conference? So impressive to think they did so well given how many games some of their starting players missed.
Yeah, with the game out of reach, intentional fouls don't mean anything. It's just an exercise in futility. Let the clock go.
Yeah, I agree with you, Clark. Just doesn't really make a lot of sense at this point.
And so he's able to get one of two. It's no secret, Clark, what this Houston Rockets team wants to do. They want to get to the line, drive the lane, and hurt you from outside the arc.
And they'll do it all at a very fast pace. I mean, they're fun to watch. The pace is something that I think sneaks up on teams sometimes, Kevin.
Good point.
Doug McDermott.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
Looked to me like just a frustration foul. It really kind of sums up the game they're having in general.
So he comes up empty at the line. Three-pointer, Brooks. That's good. Houston in total control. Well, this one is winding down now. Houston can watch the clock run out. And stolen by Mirotic. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession.
Houston ball.
And here are the Rockets now. Here's Smith. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Well, guys, they came in here and really took charge from the opening tip. This is such a tough thing to do for a visiting team. This contest was played on their terms.
And, that's not the way it usually works in the NBA. It's going to be a great win, and it's going to be a happy plane ride out of here for sure.